Hey guys, so Justin Turner is another really good example of feel versus real. So I'm just going to let this one play and enjoy.
One of the things I always thought with the leg kick was I wanted to stay back and let the ball get deep. And about 3 years ago, I kind of changed my whole mindset and wanted to gain some ground and get forward and try to catch the ball in front. And that's allowed me to get the ball in the air more often and get the ball on the pull side a little bit better.
All right, so I'm going to ask you to do a couple things. So in a pitcher's timing, the mechanics is really important, trying to get that timing and then being locked in. As a hitter, I want you to explain to me what you're looking to do with your leg kick and the timing of it and some of the things that we're going to do soft toss.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit, I'm going to step out of the way. Tell me your process and what you're trying to get out of it.
Yeah, well, for me, timing's everything. Just like you said with the pitchers, it's all about being on time, even being a little early as a hitter. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be on time for whatever your best fastball is. I want to be on time for that. So when I get in the cage here, really trying to exaggerate, getting forward, gaining some ground, and making sure I'm a little early rather than being late. So I'll take some flips real quick and just pick it up nice and high, stay balanced. And get out there, try to catch everything out in front, and what I'm really looking for is just trying to backspin every single ball. So
This is another example of feel versus real. This may not be the exact same thing that we were talking about with Trout because I think Turner had said that he was pretty aware that he's like exaggerating when he's working on or doing cage work. He's really exaggerating getting forward, so you can see that this swing is much exaggerated from what he's usually doing in games. I would definitely be interested to hear his thoughts on why he thinks prepping in this way would be a good idea. But that said, he's getting forward like dramatically here, and when you look at his in-game swings, yes, he gets forward. So this in-game swings coming in just a second. Yes, he gets forward, but another thing that he does really, really well is that once he gets to his landing, and as he's landing, he's able to get his hips way ahead of his shoulders and really turn up through the ball. And that's just something that he wasn't doing in his prep swings. You can see how nicely he's able to kind of lean his body back like this. And then also when he swings, you can see how still his head stays from foot plant. So there we go, there's his head. You can see how still that is in that swing. And when you look at his swing when he's training off this pitching machine, or even the swings from the prior video, when we look at foot plant or heel plant, you can see how drastically his head moves forward, which I really wouldn't advise as far as like what you're trying to do in your swing. So I'm not exactly sure why that would be part of anyone's training regimen. That said, he's been super successful, so maybe there's something that I could learn from him with regard to this subject. But that said, in games he does a really good job of not only getting forward, which he's clearly working on in the previous video, but also turning the barrel and his body back uphill. So whether or not he's actively like aware that he's turning the barrel uphill in these videos, I'm not sure. Probably he is, but that said, it still doesn't necessarily explain why you might want to train like that. But that said, if he thinks that that's what he's doing in games, that's not what he's doing in games. So just another example of what you feel isn't always real, which is why mirror and video is really, really important to developing a consistent swing and being able to troubleshoot a swing when things aren't going exactly as you want them to go.